Okay, our bench, the one bench, 104, it's done. So let's see what is the result. And we're gonna try to install it and put it on the place just temporarily, because after a while we're gonna be dealing with the floor, so everything needs to go out. I'm just gonna put it in, measure it up, and show the customer, okay, bench is done, but it's gotta go out. So let's see. So it looks very nice. Okay, I got my cleats ready. I pre-cut it. And my final height is gonna be 36. One corner and the other corner. My board, I mean the bench, it's ready. It's ready right here. It's gonna be kind of tricky to install it, but hopefully now I'm gonna be fighting with the bench in place because it's kind of the tight. So hopefully it will happen. And it was actually pretty easy. So let me screw it. Just a temporary screws that nobody's gonna fall out. Okay, now I'm gonna make it a testing how strong it is. If I fall, I'll give up. Oh yeah, it's nice and straight. It's good. So now I'm gonna start working and make the other part. That's gonna be the L shape, right? So I'm gonna be working on the L shape right now, and I will show you the result. Okay, I just create the other part of the bench, so I'm gonna install it, and after that I will detail show you how does it look. This is the bench. As I said, it's only temporarily, so only 2 screws on the back, 1 inside, and that will do it. So we put in the benches in the L shape. By the way, this is the heater, the stove. I just turn it off, turn it on, and I want to see how does it work. So it's on, it's getting pretty hot here, but anyway, what I want to say, it's those cedar decking boards. Look at these details. I don't know if you can see it, but I make the quarter round edge that it's not going to be sharp if you're sitting on it. So that's the story. And tomorrow is another day, and we're gonna install the lower bench. So I have to create it first and then play with that, and I will show you that tomorrow. Today it's over. So as you can see, yesterday we got plenty of snow. It was beautiful northeastern snowstorm, and we got roughly about 1 foot, maybe a little bit over the 1 foot. So basically what I want to show you right now, because we ran the sauna yesterday and have had fun in there because it was, you know, semi-ready for the action, but inside the sauna was over the 200 degrees Fahrenheit, which is really hot, and I want to show you the roof of that. So you see how much snow is in there. That means there is no or maybe minimum of heat leakage from that insulation what we made it, as I explained it earlier. So, but wasn't it beautiful? Winter day. Anyway, now we're gonna start removing the floor and make it permanently attached to the floor. So let me show you that. Okay, so I take all those decking boards out of the sauna and prepare it here. Basically, I make the pencil mark around the borders and make them a little bit shorter. In that case, I don't have to fight it too nice and lay down. And of course, I mark each board with the number. So I'm gonna lay down, it's gonna be everything upside down. On the top of it, it's gonna go plywood. Probably like that, you know, just give you an idea. Plywood goes on the top of it, and then I make it as screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as much as is needed to be there. And in that case, I'm gonna have just something like the wooden mat. And that mat, I'm gonna slide it out inside a sauna and screw it in the floor. So we'll see how it will come up. All right, just right behind me, it's that wooden cedar mat, as I was mentioned before, and show you a little bit on the video how to fabricate it, how to do it. So now I'm gonna install it and let's see if it's gonna work. I hope so. So that's the mat. It's really heavy and large piece of plywood with the decking boards on the top of it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. A little bit more this way. So it's actually look exactly the same like it was before, but you know, I mentioned that it's temporary right now. It's permanent, not yet, because you see this one, I still need to screw it inside the floor. So that's not, in that case, it's not gonna be squeaking and bouncing if you walk on it. So I think it's came up pretty nice. And now I'm gonna start working on this little piece what goes right here. So I'm gonna make that one, screw it in the floor, and then we're gonna start installing the seats. I have the upper seats, which you see it yesterday, and also I made it today the lower one, which you saw in the video also. So let's do the other piece and then the benches. We'll see how it's fit. That's what I'm talking about. Ah, look at that. So beautiful. Nicely fit. And you basically don't see any. Okay, nicely done. But one little problem I can see, it's this little gap. You know, it's much smaller than the other ones. So before I do anything else, I'm going to pry somehow and sneak it into the wall. Okay, I got a pry bar. I'm gonna stick it right between it. It's really hard to do it with one hand. Pry it on the one side and put the spacer in there. Now we have same spacing on the one side like on the other side. Let's do it on the other side too. You see this small spacing? And pry it on the side. Stick the spacer in there. I didn't want to fit. Right, it didn't want to fit. So I have to pry it a little bit more. And here we go. It's right there. Now I want to make sure I have the same spacing on one side like on the other side. So pry it again and nicely done. Now we're gonna screw it into the floor. Okay, the mat is screwed into the subfloor. So if you remember, our layer it's 3/4 on the floor joist, then the radiant insulation, then the 1/2-inch plywood, and then we have a 3/8 plywood plus the decking board. So that mat will be prepared today. It's screwed to the subfloor. If you can see those little screws, so that's 2.5-inch stainless steel going in there. Grab it from the subfloor and hold it everything on a place, and not gonna be bouncy, not gonna be moving, so it's everything nice and secure. And the huge advantage of that, you don't see the whole nails as you see it if you screw directly to the decking board, which we didn't. We screw it underneath, and this is the result. Nice, beautiful cedar decking board floor in the sauna with no hole from screws. So that's it. Now is the time to install the benches. Let's do it. Okay, a little bit of progress again. So my lower bench, it's installed. This is the long one, and this is a short one. So my heater, some screws. Now I'm gonna install the big one. Yeah, much easier. Here we go. Okay. big bench is there. I'm gonna use a couple of screws to be to hold it in place, and then we're gonna install that small bench. Okay, all benches is done. So it's comfortable, it's exact height. Was a little bit of painy ass, but it came out pretty nice. So let me show you from the other side. So since I put those benches in, all the space, it's really much smaller than it was before. But in the sauna, you don't need to have anything bigger, right? So all what you need is be comfy and hot. So first bench, it's sticking up about a 12-inch of the other one. I make it a little bit more deeper, that if you stick your leg there, so you're not gonna fall down. The second one, it's 36 inches height, and our ceiling, it's 7 foot tall. So we was really carefully measuring that you have the head space, and also you not hitting the ceiling. And because the customers, it's 6'5", so it needs to be really precise because everybody wants to use it, and owner needs to have his own comfort. So 36, it's top bench high. The lower one, it's 18, so it's split in half. So that's the smallest part. And this is the long side. So this is almost the 8 foot long. Same story. 2 benches on top of each other. I hope you have had fun, learned something new. I hope I wasn't so boring. And tomorrow is gonna be my last day here, which I'm gonna do some final touch-ups, like a trim on the corners and little stuff around. So make sure you're gonna subscribe, give me the thumbs up, ring the bell, that you're not gonna miss the other part. So I see you next time.